Der will zu viel in der Phoenix Wings haben. Let's go. Yeah, sir. Well, seeing as total the miles are safe, I guess all the braces here in Erebony are probably okay. Wish I could say the same of our colleagues over in Crossville, though. Can't even get in touch with Wenzel. Friend of yours? We go back a ways, yeah? He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossville. Anyway, keep worrying about the good to us. We've got enough on our plates as it is. Just focus on what move you guys are gonna make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you, though. Would you take up on that? Sounds nice, actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. What do you say to a little change of venue? It's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life. Figured you would say that. Come on then. News and I arrived at the tavern that Sarah asked Gerald for alcohol recommendations. And after she offered to pay, we decided on a ginger ale. Bei ihr sieht es aus, als hätte sie Sake gegönnt. This is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. Yep, klingt nach Sake. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice of all things. Yeah, definitiv Sake. It's a kind of alcohol from the east that Master Cafe brought here, I believe. Oder, okay, Jumaiju. Jumaiju ist okay, ich bin noch nicht zu deep in meiner Sake-Lore, okay? Aber das prüfen wir jetzt nach, bevor ich hier Scheiße erzählt habe. Jumaiju. Okay, es ist ein Subtype von Sage. Schon. So, was haben wir denn? Ah. Okay, kurze Lore. Die Bezeichnung Jumai im Namen bedeutet purer Reis. Außer Wasser, Reis, Koji und Hefe sind keine Zusatzstoffe erlaubt. Auch nicht die Zugabe von Braualkohol wie bei Ginjo oder Daiginjo. Der Begriff Jumai kann sich direkt auf diese Klasse von Sake allein beziehen oder er kann als allgemeiner Begriff für Sake verwendet werden, dem kein Braualkohol zugesetzt wurde. Sake der Jumai-Klasse wird in Japan auch einfach Jumaiju genannt. Auf Japanisch kann ein Einzelzeichen mehrere verschiedene Aussprachen haben. Shu, japanisch für alkoholische Getränke, ist eine andere Art der Bezeichnung für Sake. Um einfach euch mal einen Refresher für die Sake-Lore zu geben. Und Koji müsste. Koji wird auch für Miso verwendet, das weiß ich. Das wird auch für Miso verwendet. Also speziell fürs Fermentieren, wenn ich es richtig im Kopf habe. Oh ja. Random Japanese cuisine Fun Facts, I guess. Ich trinke ab und zu mal auch mal Sake. Ich bin nicht zu großer Fan von Sake. So ein Shot, sage ich jetzt mal. Ist immer mal gut und schön, aber ich kann auch nicht. Ich bin da eher mehr so ein Freund von japanischen Gin oder Whisky. Ja. Ah, the Master Cafe sure knows his stuff. Sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. Das war jetzt, ja, Ja, natürlich, Sarah, klar. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'll take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you will need to take action. I know, I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you've got a discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcoholic relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Didn't I, your poor instructor, some sweet, sweet relief? Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time anyway? You didn't hear as much as a rumor about you. Oh, just laying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information on what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, and that kind of stuff. In the capital? You managed to find anything out? Not more than you did yourself, sad to say. The Noble Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Croydon province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. And that was when I ended up getting in contact with choosers. Oh, see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. Yeah. So that's nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you managed to do. It was good to see everyone here was okay after the Jäger attack too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corps. Yeah, the Northern Jägers under orders from Duke Aberea. Fortunately, there was no fatalities. The experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage there. But I got his blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help you when you needed more screen. No need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known that was gonna happen. Something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. He seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for an older. Handsome too. I don't like where this is going. Erst verheiratet, Finger weg. Relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, if you've made it this far, you can make it the rest of the raid too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what to do next. Right? We'll all be counting on your this stuff is awesome. Can you just let me finish before you wind up passing out on the floor? Ich mag irgendwie über diese Tavernengespräche zwischen den zwei. After finishing a drink, Reen led an ever so tipsy instructor Sarah back to the fitting swings. Warum ist sie von dem bisschen schon angetrunken? I mean, ja, ich weiß, dass ich eine hohe Alkoholtoleranz habe, aber vor allem davon abgesehen, dass ich es nicht gewohnt bin, viel Alkohol zu trinken. Ich habe trotzdem irgendwie von Natur aus eine hohe Alkoholtoleranz, aber nur von so ein bisschen Zacke? Really? Und ja, ich meine die ganze Flasche. Really? Also so viel ist ja in so einer Flasche auch nicht drin, würde ich mal sagen. So 200 Milliliter? Okay, nee, ist schon ein bisschen mehr. Ja, oder? Doch, manchmal. Die Flaschen sind meistens nicht so, die sind halt relativ dick, also die von Keramik her. Ja, ich würde jetzt mal zwischen 200 und 400 Milliliter schätzen. Naja. Oh, dann können wir sogar noch einen zweiten machen. All those drinks got me feeling kind of slavey. Can't afford to doze off during our discussion later. Maybe we should go out and get some air. But the Dexter is always so whisk me up faster for some reason. How about it? Wanna join me? What should I do? Sure. Alright, then I'm up for it. You're out of Orlean. Actually, since we've got plenty of morning left to fly away, I've got an idea. What would you say to a little one-on-one training? Sounds good to me. Just maybe don't rough me up too much. Well, let's take this somewhere a bit less populated then, shall we? Together, Reen and Sarah headed out onto the valley. There they found a nice, quiet area to hold the impromptu training session. They've only gotten stronger while I've been away. Proceed at getting that night of yours hasn't caused you to start slacking off on your training. It's still no match for you though. She's holding back, but only just. I think if I really try, I might just be able to beat her. She clearly wants me to do it, and if that's what she wants, then I'll show her just how much I've improved. You're all fired up now, huh? And I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's picking things up where we left off. Alright. Ich fände es lustig, wenn es actually ein proper Fight wäre. Einfach damit man so ein bisschen mehr drin ist. Immersion und so. Muss von mir aus auch keine AP oder so geben, sondern einfach nur so nice to have. Come on, that's all you got. Oh, but isn't, because you're not gonna be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that's the best you can do. Remember when I said you were a descendant of class 7? Well, I still feel that way even now. Never won't trust easy until I know that the descendant is capable of beating me on his own at least once. It's... I'm so sorry, are you ordering? Yeah, I'm fine, just... should have known that I was no match for you. No, that was your victory, not mine. What do you mean? I knew that our attack of yours was going to be far more powerful than I thought you were capable of. So I was forced to stop holding back in order to block it. That's a victory in my book. Clearly, all that stuff you've been doing has been great for your training. Would you like to think so? I chalked that one up to luck, personally. I wasn't even thinking, it was more like my body acted on its own. You're going to need a lot more practice before I can pull off feats like that at will. If you understand that, then I need to say no more. But don't worry, I'm sure that if you've trained enough, you'll be able to do it. Faith in yourself here. You've got both the potential and the mindset to achieve great things. And try. Oh ja. Wir haben noch das Game eingeschlossen. 4 Spiele vor uns, in dem Marine noch gut stark werden kann. Also. Now resources to 2 of them and back to the village. I don't even want to think about how badly that last attack could have hurt him. I feel like this was causing the old me to resurface. Ja, über Sarahs Backstory wissen wir auch noch nicht viel, ne? Wir wissen so kleine Bits and Pieces und dass sie halt primär Embracerin war, aber ansonsten. Sitting here brings back memories. Remember trying to lock down ideas for a concert in the middle of a trip? Guess it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like another lifetime, especially since Crow was with us then. It really does. Again, das war in der Drama-CD, die wir durchgelesen haben. But it's not another lifetime, is it? It's this one. There's no reason that all of us hanging out and having fun has to stay thinking of the past. The only hard part is figuring out how to make that reality again. Which is admittedly pretty hard, but I'm thinking of ways to make it happen. It doesn't really sound like he's getting anywhere. Maybe a break would help clear his mind. Come on, Elliot, let's take a break. The more frustrated you get over not being able to think of anything, the less likely it is that you actually will. Yeah, I guess you're right. I know just the thing to clear my head. You used to play the lute, right? If it's still around, can we take a look at it? Yeah, Elliot managed to scrounge up a real lute from the darkest depths of the mansion. As soon as in hands, the 2 of them then headed over to the tavern. I managed to get permission to play here, but I've got to say I'm feeling a bit tense about this. I haven't touched this lute in forever, so playing in front of a crowd all of a sudden is a bit... It'll be fine. It's better like you play the guitar during the festival. One of the best things about music is that it can be made with any combination of instruments. Yeah, very things is, I give it a go. Better to try and fail than not to try at all, right? Yeah, that's a good point. And so the two started to play alongside one another. To their relief, the customers in the tavern seemed to enjoy their performance, even giving them a round of applause once it was over. Huh, it was actually pretty fun. See, I told you it would be fine. Not being up on a stage or having lights in your face takes off a lot of pressure too. I sometimes used to perform like this at a concert cafe back at home. Oh, really? Still, I'm guessing it'd be even more fun if I could play half as well as you do. I don't know if I'm really as good as you make me sound, Reen. I've got a lot of practice ahead of me if I decide to pursue a career in music. Emphasis on the if. That's right. Vidya's finally giving you permission to go through with it if you want. Have you started giving it any serious thought yet? Yeah, a bit. Not that I'm getting anywhere. I'm happy to have his approval, but it's still not a decision I can make lightly. It's probably silly to even be thinking about it now. I mean, we need to focus on getting through this war first. Not at all. There's nothing wrong with giving thought about your future when you can. You're right that it's something you can take lightly, and it's still hard to tell how things will be after it ends. But if pursuing a life of music is what you decide to do in the end, you've got my full support too. Not just your dad's. Thanks, Reen. But right now we need to focus on our future as a class. Once the war's over, then we can start living for the future. Yeah, you're right. Ja, wenn es noch so weitergeht, ich glaube, wir sind heute wirklich nur fast nur mit dem Rest Day beschäftigt, ey. To thank Gerald for letting them perform here, Reen and Elliot helped clean up the tavern. Once they were finished, they happily walked back to the Phoenix Wings. Sweet. Ich finde auch schön, dass ich diesmal wenigstens auch alle diese Cutscenes auch einfach mal mitnehmen kann. Das war mir ja in meinem ersten Playthrough ja auch verwehrt. Und wie gesagt, man kann ja nicht mal die Hälfte von den ganzen Bonding-Events an diesem Tag halt sehen. Im ersten Playthrough. Smuckers. Wo ist Jesus? Hallo? Oh, er ist unten. Auf der anderen Seite. Hier drüben irgendwo. Ah, ein Billardtisch. Oh, ich hab schon so lange kein Billard mehr gespielt. Ich hab auch mal wieder Bock. Not gonna lie. Billard macht Spaß. Saying what our class should do has proven more difficult than expected. Still, I believe I left Barrier hard so that I could make my own decision about my life. Make sure this one for myself too. Even if the decision is yours, the burden doesn't have to be. As our various problems concern every single one of us. There's no reason you need to sort all of this out on your own. You've been with you this long, it's not gonna change. Thank you, but I'm aware. A better break would help him clear his mind and make better decisions. Should I track him into one? I want to come look after Arthur with me for a bit. Who embraces Arthur? Or was that the name of our family horse? Got it in one. He's a kind of a horse expert. I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with him for a bit. Oh, why not? I'd like to see him myself. Lead on. This is a fine horse. It has a strong air of dignity about it, much like the young horses back at the academy. Here does, he's pretty friendly too, isn't he? It's been years since Dad took me in, so he's getting up there in the years. But he's still got that same energy. Dad still takes him out hunting along with Budo. I see, I imagine his dignified appearance is a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of some exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be. Oh, well, I'm amazed that you could tell. You're in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why. Then, if you can, I'd like to do something about that. I'd say you give him a good brushing before we take him out. I think you like that a lot, actually. After watching over and giving him all the care and the duration our horse could dream of, Reed and Juices took him out onto the mountain path. He seems really happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance. Yeah, so it appears. I imagine he would rather go out hunting with his master, however. Those are always far more comfortable with the usual rider, and family and the riding clubs are no exception. That makes sense, but with Dad's injuries, I don't think you'll be fit to go on hunting anytime soon. Speaking of the riding club, do you have any clue what's going on back at Thors? You were the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figured you might know something. Mind you that I was only able to do so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of the House of Library as best I could, but unfortunately my authority pales in comparison to Father Rufus, so I'm afraid that was the most I could do. That's a shame. Still appreciate you trying. I really do owe you a lot, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur. I think I deserve your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions fall on my shoulders as well. I feel duty to do all within my power to atone for that to both Baron Schwarzer and Emir's people. I'm sure my brother feels similarly, even if he appears to be prioritizing his role in the Civil War at the moment. Like I said back in Barrier, there's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened here. I understand that you're concerned about your father and your brother, but dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward. You do have a point. No burden out exists that you should have to shoulder alone. Not as long as I'm a member of Class 7, as long as we are together, you'll be able to carry the weight of any burden. One would think I'd be used to how our class works by now, and the Imperial nobility should show its spirits through action over words. Exactly. We both know what we need to do. We swore it to one another when before that moment you came back to us. Indeed, and I fully intend to do as promised. Goodbye. The two continued walking along the path with Arthur a little longer, then eventually turned and descended the mountain. Of course, upon their return to Emir, they gave him a generous helping of food before going back to the Phoenix Wings. Und ich gebe mir nochmal ein generous helping of mehr Feuer. Hast du gleich. So, das reicht dann auch. Das ist das letzte Mal für heute, dass ich dann noch was nachlege. So, und Juice hat nochmal ein zweites Bonding-Event für uns. Horses are wonderful creatures. After spending some time with heroes, I have to admit that I am feeling more optimistic. Despite the fact that I'm still freezing after all the time outside. Let's head over to the Terran and get a hot cup of tea. Should make planning your next move easier. I wouldn't mind a cup myself. Irgendeinen Grund hab ich schon wieder aufschluckt, glaube ich. Ah, a nice cup would hit the spot right now, actually. Mind if I take it on? That'll be a brainstorm. Ah, no objection here. We chooses then walk to the Terran, and both of them ordered their tea as any fine Erebonian gentleman would. Ah, you're Urine. Hey Elf, hey Kiki. Hello, welcome to our tavern. Thank you for your hospitality. Are the two of you going off to play summer? You're not sure what you want to do though. I wish I could have more snow like the last time you were here, that would be fun. Please now. I'm glad to see you back to your usual cheerful self, Elf. Well, I was horrified when I heard those Seagulls had used you as a hostage, but you don't seem to worse for the wear. They did? Well, it was no big deal, and Mr. Baron saved me in the end. He's just trying to act tough. He spent hours crying afterwards. No, I didn't. Anyway, now that we've run into you, maybe you could come play with us? We haven't been able to play together in forever. I don't know, we've got a pretty busy afternoon ahead of us. So you know how I'm joining them. We can't spare too long, but we could only play for a little while. Oh really? Yay! Okay, let's go outside then. It's kind of into. Naja, ja, die Fehler seines Vaters ein bisschen gerade stehen, ne? We introduces were then led outside by Elf and Kiki. And after a brief debate on what to play, they decided to go with the classic hide and seek. Everyone ready? Ready! Hey, found you, Kiki. Already? Oh well, that's boring. Okay, now to find everyone else. Hey, found you, Reen. Oh, you could have picked a place that was less obvious. Well, of course, it's going to be easier to find me if both of you are looking for me. I guess that's choose Eve chooses. Okay, come on, let's go find him. Huh? What you doing here, chooses? Nothing. Now go away. There he is, I found him. That didn't take long. You all suck at hide and seek. Aww, you were playing hide and seek? Sounds fun, I wanna play too. After William joined in, they all played hide and seek for a short while longer, with each of them taking turns at being the seeker. Many children really do have unlimited energy. I'd say a certain classmate of ours has far too much energy, even by those standards. Still, I can never quite become used to playing outside. It's been a while since I last played outside like this. I was expecting you to join either. I know you're always hit with kids and all, but still. Oh, I wanted to do something to raise their spirits a little. The sooner that boy can forget that awful memory of being taken as hostage, the better. So that's what you're trying to do. It's really nice of you, Joseph. Still, you don't need to worry so much. The children of Valimar are made of sturdier stuff than you think. The thing we can do is make sure they never have to go through anything like that again. Indeed. I, for one, have no intention of allowing my father to do anything so foolish ever again. When I know that I won't be able to stop him alone, hope to have all of you standing at my side. That goes without saying. As both nobles and members of Class 7, we have a duty to do whatever we can